Tonight, we report on why charges were dropped for a man involved in a Quincy shootout and how Ephrata looks to trim the costs of mowing the cemetery lawn. What's happening in sports, Bob?
It was a great weekend for Washington sports as the Mariners, Eastern Washington Eagles, and Seahawks picked up big wins. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And here in the weather department, watching a mini heat wave for the rest of the work week. 90+ degree temperatures, a higher fire danger, but cooling trend for the weekend. Details coming up.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Criminal charges were dropped against one of the 5 people allegedly involved in a 2013 shootout in Quincy. Prosecutors dropped 3 counts of harassment against Marcos Avalos Barrera, a 24-year-old Quincy man. The decision to drop the charges followed Grant County Superior Court Judge Evan Sperline's ruling to dismiss the 2 counts of assault in the first degree against Avalos Barrera. Sperline, ruling on a motion to dismiss the assault charges, found that the video surveillance didn't show the Quincy man encouraging the shootout between the gang members and the members of the Munoz family. Witnesses reported there were long-standing problems between residents of the 2 C Street homes. They flared the day of the shooting when residents of the Munoz home reportedly attacked Avalos Barrera in a Quincy convenience store parking lot. When Avalos Barrera returned to the area of the 2 homes, he allegedly threatened to kill the Munoz family. He reportedly made a gesture of a gun and later in the night showed a gun to the residents of the Munoz home. A witness reported the shooting started when residents from the Munoz home allegedly challenged 2 men to a fist fight. As the 2 approached, they pulled guns and signaled their fellow gang members. The people from the Munoz residence reportedly responded by drawing guns and shooting. Police reported 17 shots were fired after the gang members taunting. It stopped when 1 man was shot in the leg. Jet ski races were set for Soap Lake, but problems caused organizers to cancel. But the group is not ready to give up on Grant County and have their eyes set on another lake. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Northwest Jet Sport Association's Soap Lake Lava Lamp Jet Ski Regatta was a race that never happened. The association canceled the races Saturday and Sunday on the lake after several of the expected 30 to 40 jet ski racers did not show up. Association promoter Roger Harnack said some did not show up for personal reasons. Others opted out because there were concerns about Soap Lake's mineral content, which can be corrosive to jet skis.
Others at the last minute decided that the alkaline content of the lake was too high. Given that World Finals is coming up, they wanted to keep their race boat ready.
With the races canceled in Soap Lake, association members instead visited Blue Lake Resort to practice Saturday.
We've come back to Soap Lake the last couple of years just because the community's been very welcoming and inviting.
Harnack said the association would now consider if it will choose Soap Lake or Blue Lake for the races next year. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Thank you, Jeff. Ephrata officials are looking at using a private company to maintain the cemetery. Officials are asking companies to submit proposals to maintain the 7.3-acre cemetery. The move comes after several discussions about the costs of mowing the lawn. The city received $42,100 in revenue for people to be buried and paid $149,000 to maintain it in 2013. City Administrator Wes Crago previously said the budget isn't sustainable. The roughly $107,000 the city spends on the cemetery could be used in other departments, such as police, fire, or parks. Staff members previously suggested removing displays such as vases and flowers or stuffed animals, and either placing them in a box for people to collect or to have staff throw them away. The council members and the public objected to the idea of not allowing the displays. Moses Lake Police are watching school zones as students return from summer vacation. Many students will be walking to their respective schools, and drivers should expect increased vehicle traffic. The speed limit in a school zone is 20 miles per hour. Moses Lake Police Chief Dave Ruffin said drivers heading both directions are to stop when seeing a school bus paddle or when red lights are flashing. Ignoring them could result in a $394 fine. Officers will be conducting patrols throughout the week, starting on Wednesday. Now we take a look at people being sought out by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.